All right. It's 7 o'clock. Well, you can hear me okay. If you can see me okay, there's a little chat box if you're not familiar with Zoom, and you can comment and you can say hi, you can ask questions. I'm really excited to be kicking off this new series, I guess we'll call it, although I plan on doing it for a long time. I am kicking off Monday wellness calls. Yay, good. Thanks, guys. And if you don't know me, my name's Haley Aliff. I have been educating and sharing Young Living for 10 years, 10 and a half years. And it's still my love to come back and to educate and to connect with my team this way. And over the years, it's evolved. All the education kind of started house to house in the beginning. And then 2020, a lot of online stuff, but I am in a season right now. I just passed off my baby to my mother-in-law, bless her, downstairs. So I have 3 little kids, Emerson, who's 4, Koa, who's 2, and Harvest, who is 2 months. And I'm in a season right now where this 20-minute window is the best I've got. And so I know there's other people in the same boat as me where you're like, hey, look, I want to learn and I want to get the most out of this wellness journey that I can, but time is limited, life is busy. So we're just committed, Jeremy and I, and then any leaders that I ask tonight. I'm going to kick it off with my sister. I'll introduce you in a minute, which, by the way, Harmony, I don't see you like I did before.
I know, I don't know what happened.
Oh, I hear you good though. But yeah, maybe turn your camera on and off. So anyway, I am glad you're here. I'm going to stick to this time frame that I've committed to of the 15-20 minutes because I want you to believe me when I say that. And I hope that these calls every Monday just provide some value. I know when I first started my Young Living journey, this is what I got plugged into. I got into like a weekly call from one of my uplines, Shannon, and it was a great way to learn about products that I either forgot about, had never heard of, had never tried before. And hopefully you guys know too, and maybe you're here tonight and you've never even used Young Living products before and you're just coming to learn a little bit, but you guys are more than welcome to invite friends and family to come join. So they're going to be laid back, but informative. So tonight, I see my sister Harmony. So I'm in Louisiana. This is one of my older sisters, Harmony. There are 4 of us girls, and Harmony is actually the sister who introduced me to Young Living. We don't have time for the full story tonight, but I'm really glad you're here, Harmony. And Harmony also has 4 kids, and she's going to help me teach just about some of our favorite products for really all the time for, life, but especially in the winter, especially the months where we want to just arm ourselves, boost our immune systems. We were talking earlier, and there's just certain things that you want to have on hand when you need them. I don't want to be dealing with like maybe like a little respiratory something popping up and then have to order or go hunt for like a toxin-free chest rub. I just want to have it on hand when I need it. So we're going to talk about things that we always have in stock this time of year, things we have on hand. If we have time, we might chat about some things outside of Young Living, like different foods and other things, but we'll see how we do. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen if you want to say hi, Harmony, and then you can kick us off with our first product. And y'all too, in the chat as we talk, let us know if you've ever tried something, if you have a testimony with it, or let us know if you've never tried it before either. We'd love to know.
Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I just got back from a month-long road trip down south to visit with family. And so a lot of the items, most of them actually I brought with us on our road trip, but definitely have on hand. And my rule of thumb with some of these is just 1 per member of the family. So we have 6 people living at our house. So I want 6 on hand because if a sickness hits, we can really blow through them. I never expect to get sick, hope not to get sick, but I have learned on road trips that happens. We're just out of our element. And the one thing I didn't bring of all the items tonight, and I wish I had brought, was the thieves chest rub.
Cheese.
The cheese. We did bring lots of tea, but anyway, the Thief chest rub is awesome because it's not greasy, but it gives you just enough to weigh down the oils. So the difference in something like this versus just applying the oils straight to your chest is they're going to evaporate really quickly. And this is just much more powerful. And what I love about it is it's a hands-free application. So it comes out and you could just rub it straight on, put it on the throat. It opens up your lungs. It's actually is over-the-counter approved for being a cough suppressant. And so I do wish I would have brought that one because we could have used it, but came home, got it, love it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's a good one. And for the kids, the way that I use it, I could put it on their chest, but I also really love putting it on their feet. Similar to like how Vicks does it, but think plant-based, clean version. All right.
Kind of like the wives' tales of the Vicks on the feet with the socks over it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I love that it's not made from petroleum-based carcinogens, because why put carcinogens on your body, something that's going to hurt your body when you're trying to help it heal?
Exactly. Right. Okay. Yeah. Cause the point here, a lot of, you can, and that's what we're doing tonight. We want to just give you a couple of like, why do we choose these versus just like the random thing at the store, right? Or the one that you can get from Walgreens. And the main thing being plant-based and something that actually boosts your immune system. It's not just about covering up symptoms. It's actually about healing and getting to the source of that. So Thieves cough drops, there's actually two. There's the lozenges and then the cough drops. I personally like these the most, probably just because of that extra little peppermint wintry taste to them. But these are also the over-the-counter for cough, congestion, and sore throat. They're sugar-free, but they taste very sweet and minty. My kids even like them. They're not too spicy for them. This is different from your typical cough drop because typical cough drops, believe it or not, have sugar, dyes, artificial flavors, and preservatives. Crazy, right? This is just plant-based. And of course, it's infused with our Thieves essential oil, which if you don't know, is the powerhouse immune system, immune boost oil blend. It's rosemary, clove, lemon, eucalyptus, cinnamon. I'm like, what am I missing? So that's infused already to go in the cough drops. I know Harmony, you the other night at my house, you had like a little tickle in your throat and you were like popping them like candy.
Oh yeah. And I actually, because we actually don't get sick very much, do use them like candy and breath freshener. So then you actually have something you're like, okay, it helps the tickle too, but I love them for breath fresheners. Vitamin C, which I also pop like candy, this one. I think it is so important to find your vitamins from plants and food nutrients. A lot of vitamins can be made synthetic in a lab and your body just does not absorb them. They actually can do more damage than good. So I really appreciate that about Young Living's vitamin C, is it's made from citrus bioflavonoids such as lemon fruit powder, orange, tangerine, grapefruit. All of these are the whole fruit powders. We've got rose hips, camu, acerola. You're not going to find ascorbic acid. And they're delicious. One of them is 167% of your daily value. Whenever we're fighting anything, I'll pop 2 at a time, a few times a day, because you can't just pee out what you don't use and it's not going to cause your body harm. But a little boost to me is always great. Also powerful antioxidants. So great for overall health, can be a daily thing and not just a wellness thing.
Yeah. I usually, if I'm dealing with something, I usually chew 4 at a time. Like you said, you're going to pee it out, or it might loosen your stools if it's too much, but 4 seems to be the perfect amount for me. But this is the way that I use this with my kids. Even as little as teething babies, I smash it up into like a fine powder and kind of, put it on the stove top in water really, really low. And I make like a little syrup out of it and just kind of rub their gums with it. And it helps with that inflammation and also just boosting their immune system. All right, inner defense. Sorry, it's hard to like multitask the flipping and the reading. Okay, love inner defense. This is a game changer. We always have at least 2 or 3 of these. This is one that we do not want to run out of, especially in the winter. It's a very potent oil capsule. Of course, you can always make your own capsules. Young Living sells veggie caps, but these are ready to go. So they're easy to travel with, they're easy to keep on hand. This is very strong oils inside. Oregano, thyme, and the Thieves blend is already in there. So we kind of think of this as really anything for immune support, but also for yeast, also for fungus, great for respiratory health. And I find that it's very quick acting. So that is a must have for us for the winter inner defense.
Yeah, I love it too. It took me a long time because I was into just making my own capsules, and it took me a long time to just say, okay, and now I just love it. I'll never go back to making my own capsules of things that I need immune support for. I love inner defense. And Immune Pro is another great one. What's really cool is I just found this out today when I was reading my bottle to prep for this, that it has larch tree wood extract. And that may not mean anything to you, but since we moved into Idaho, the larch tree is kind of a rare tree here, but it's a protected tree because they're doing so much cancer research on the larch tree. And so
Wow.
It's super healing. So I was like, oh my goodness, large tree. So it's also got a great mushroom blend. Parents love this one because it has melatonin in it, which is just a natural help sleep aid. And so if you are kind of needing an immune boost that you would need extra sleep, it's an excellent supplement for that. A lot of zinc and selenium, and Ningxia wolfberry polysaccharides. And, as you know, mushrooms are kind of like all the rage. You see them in all these immune supports. And we've had that in our products for a long time now.
Did you say parents love this? Is that what you said?
Parents love it.
Parents love it. So when we need this, especially when stuff is going around, we do just a quarter of one for the kids, just a quarter. They're that strong. So don't take an Immune Pro in the day or before driving. Like, it is definitely meant for nighttime, but it's not just for sleep. It's going to do something for your immune system too. That's really cool. Fun fact about the larch tree.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pull up vitamin D. I love these super vitamin Ds. I heard my, the naturopath that I've used for years. She said, like, in all her years as a naturopathic doctor, this is one of the best vitamin D supplements she's ever seen. Teeny tiny tablets that you just let dissolve under your tongue. I think it says maybe 10 seconds or something like that before chewing. But you guys know vitamin D, obviously we need to go outside and get it naturally from the sun. But then when we need the extra dose of it, the extra support during the winter, this is a great supplement option for us. I think it says 250%. It contains 250% of the daily value of vitamin D, which is wonderful for your immune system, for your respiratory system. This is one kind of like a year round for us, but I take it traveling with me too. Lots of benefits for vitamin D, not just in your immune system, but for hormone regulation, mood regulation. I know it has lemon balm in it. And vitamin D also helps support bone growth and your muscles. So lots of benefits. And I give the kids this every now and then as well. All right.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. It is.
It's like a little candy, and it gets the vitamin D3 from lichen. So it's not a lab created. It's getting it from plants that your body can absorb. Here now, thanks to daylight savings time, I think we're getting dark at like 4:30.
Yeah.
And so I definitely need to remember to take my vitamin D, but also what we're trying to do is supplement it in some of the wild mushrooms we've foraged and fish that we've bought from Alaska, wild caught fish. So there are good ways to get it, but this is an excellent supplement. I was waiting for a good vitamin D source, and I was so happy when Young Living came out with that.
And if y'all haven't noticed, we're doing like the speed dating session of these products. There's a lot we could say. We could break down every ingredient and spend an hour. But hopefully this is just enough to kind of like pique your interest and go read about it a little bit more and see what's in it. Because like you said, even in the vitamin D, there's Melissa oil, which Melissa oil is incredible. I want to say things that aren't compliant about Melissa oil. You should just go Google it, but it's very expensive oil and it's already in there. So that's the other thing with these supplements. I agree, Harmony, food first, supplement second. But how incredible to have supplements infused with our essential oils, making them even more potent and powerful. So let's talk about an
Yeah.
oil. Thieves.
Thieves. I love Thieves. I pulled out the bottle and not the roll-on. The roll-on is great though for rolling on your feet. It's pre-diluted. If you guys know the story of Thieves, the formula for it, this one created by Gary, but it was found in a British Museum library with perfumers and spice traders had rubbed oils on themselves during the plague and had been protected from the plague. And so it's kind of like an old wives' tale, except that they found the recipe in a museum.
It's not.
If you have used Thieves, you know the power of Thieves. And so while the roll-on is great for a hands-free application, I really just like opening it up and dropping it down my throat, and there is an instant relief. I did have a friend one time say I was trying to kill her because it was spicy for her, but if you're used to spice, she didn't die, by the way. Her sore throat did feel better. But if you're used to spice, then for me, I could put like 5 or 6 drops at a time in my mouth.
It's worth it. Jeremy and I just did it the other day. He started getting a tickle in his throat. He was about to leave for a hunting trip. I said, nope, you don't have time for that. 5 drops down the throat. And he did one of these like, okay, I'm going to be okay. But it works.
I love it.
Sorry, I keep checking my
the roll-on
phone. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The roll-on, it just makes it really easy. So if there are roll-ons, to me, I say you grab a roll-on, you grab a bottle, and then you have multi-purpose.
Yes. Yep. Okay, RC. I think we believe this stands for respiratory care, something like that. This has cypress and spruce and 3 different species of eucalyptus in there. So obviously this is a really, really powerful one for respiratory care. Really like, I didn't pull up Raven, but Raven is another oil that I really love to combine with RC. So much you can do with this. Obviously you can diffuse, you can put them on your feet, you can make a little salve with coconut oil or a carrier and rub it on your chest. One of the best ways that Harmony taught me to do this as like a breathing treatment, especially for kids during the winter time, is like running a hot shower, putting your diffuser in there. I want to get the new Duet diffuser because there's no water in that diffuser. It's straight oil. So imagine just putting straight RC and straight Raven, and it's just pumping out, and you've got this steam flowing in your bathroom. We shut the door and we close off the bottom of the door with a towel so that no air is getting out. So just imagine this like steam sauna that you've created, and we'll stay in there for like 10-15 minutes, and it really breaks mucus up. It's a breathing treatment. I had a friend last night had to bring her baby, her almost 3-year-old, to the ER last night for croup and having a hard time breathing, and they just did a breathing treatment and sent him home. And I was like, man, we can do that. We can try to make our own breathing treatment. So the steam shower is amazing with this blend. It's very invigorating. It's got like a very strong, I'm trying to think what it even could compare it to, but like a Vicks smell to it.
Yeah, it's got a little medicinal smell. Another way to do, if you don't have time for the whole shower steam treatment, is grab a pot and boil some water and let it, don't put the oil in right when it's boiling, but let it come down from a boil. And then I'll put a few drops of RC in it, drape my head with a towel, and then lean over the steamy pot, and you can breathe. Yes. It feels so amazing. Yeah, that's what Jordan's saying right now, kind of like a face steamer. You can add peppermint to it. You could add something like thyme, which is super immune boosting. And you breathe it in and it will make you cough. It's nice and steamy, but it's going to break up everything. It feels amazing. It'll open you up. And actually, when I lost my smell for a few years ago, a friend said, do this and you'll get your smell back. And my smell came back so fast. I know that it doesn't work for everybody who wants their smell back, but mine came back super quick. It was very effective.
Nice.
Breathe Again. I grabbed the roll-on of this, and Young Living came out, I think, last year with the essential oil. So now you can diffuse it too. But Breathe Again has 4 different types of eucalyptus. blue cypress, copaiba, peppermint, myrtle, a bunch of different oils. It's power packed for breathing. My husband likes to put it on his mustache. He calls it his personal diffuser when he does that. It
Nice.
smells so good. It's similar to RC, but I would say it's like a little bit more opening, like it's got a little more of that tingly kind of cooly, and RC is much stronger on the eucalyptus end. I think that's because it must be the peppermint.
That's a good way to describe it. I know, and the roller does make it really easy just to roll on your throat, your neck, like you said, the mustache, own personal diffuser. All right, we are ending this on time. Go us, last one. And I'm happy when we're done, I can stop the recording. We can answer any questions. And y'all are actually giving some really great tips too in here. Okay, Life9. This is, what's that, Harm?
Thank you to everybody for their tips. I love it.
Yeah. So this is a probiotic we've used for 10 years. It's my favorite. I love it. It has 17 billion live cultures from 9 different strains of bacteria. We know that the immune function starts in the gut. So if your gut isn't properly functioning, your immune system is going to suffer for that. So when in doubt, support the gut. My husband, when we were engaged, had a lot of eczema, and he was treating it a lot of meaning systemic eczema. He was treating it regularly with steroid shots because he didn't know what else to do and how to get rid of it. And I heard Gary Young at my first convention talk about Life9 and supporting the gut for skin, because the skin is a mirror of the gut. And so he did Life9 for 3 months straight and has never had eczema again. How crazy is that? So that was totally one of those things from the inside out. So we know that this is great for your gut health, your immune system. Definitely something to double up on in the winter. And even in pregnancy, I would take 2 before bed. I think it's best used at night while your digestive system is, relaxed. And it helped keep things flowing in pregnancy when that wasn't so easy to do. So great one for the winter. All right.
It is great. I love that it's shelf stable, even though it says refrigerate after opening. When it comes to you, it's not refrigerated. It doesn't need to be. And that is so important because our bodies are not refrigerators. And so you have to have bacteria cultures that can survive in temperature over our body. So I love that about Life9 too. I remember when they taught us that when they launched it at convention, it was so exciting. Yes. And I think back to gut health, if you really want to be proactive, then diet is super important too. You can't go eating a bunch of sugar and processed foods while you're sick and oh, my Thieves isn't really working, or my RC. When you're sick, it's time to take care of yourself. Bone broths, vegetables, lots of water, limited sugar, stuff like that.
Yeah, good point. And consistency, if you're keeping Breathe Again Roll On in your purse, don't just put it on once, put it on throughout the day, not just as needed, just preventatively, I should say. So, okay, well, we are at time. I think I'm headed to a birth now, so this is perfect timing for me. Thank you guys for showing up. I loved the interaction in the comments and hearing what y'all were saying and how you use things. Someone said Thieves in the coffee. How did I not mention that? That's a great way to get Thieves. Yes, RC is super affordable. One of those just easy buttons. All right. Well, thank you, Harmony. Have a great volleyball night, and y'all have a great night. Share this. We did record. So if you have anybody that you think could benefit from this information, arming them their homes, getting ready for winter, you can definitely share this recording with them. If you're not a Young Living customer, get with the person who invited you to this call. There's a few ways to order. You can just be a straight up customer where you get one thing. You can unlock a 24% discount, which is the best way to order, by either getting one product on loyalty rewards, which is where we get one thing minimum every single month, or you just spend 100 PV from your very first order. Loyalty rewards is how I have been able to afford things way before I could afford things with Young Living, by cashing and racking up points and cashing them in for free product. So if you want more information, reach out to the person who invited you or to me. But thank you all so much for being on this call, and we'll see you next Monday. I already forgot what we're talking about next week. I want to say It's emotions. I think it's how oils affect emotions. Does anybody know? Anyway, we'll see you next Monday. Thanks, Harmony.
Thank you. Bye.